What's going on, everybody? It's PapaStones coming back with another video. You know what time it is. It's Market Watch Wednesday. We're going to jump right into this. We have Legends of the Force box of 65, Sparks for 111, Jump to Light Speed for 57, Shadows for 65, and did I miss Twilight, or they just... Oh, there it is, Twilight for 50. Box is still cheap, card's still cheap in general. It just kind of makes sense. On the cards, though, we've got Luke's at 30, Anakin's at 35. I won't be too surprised if they hold this price for a while. Anakin, still great. Luke's still pretty solid. I know there's, following into the Falcon here at 20, there is some speculation going on right now with Han from set 1, blue, because now that Force Throw's gone, it kind of brings that deck back in a sense. And it has some better tools now with Anakin and other cards of the like. Yeah, it's definitely something to look into if you're curious. I've seen people testing the deck a little bit. It seems pretty solid. Who knows, though. With that being said, Falcons could maybe start to go back up again, but even when Falcons were relevant, I feel like they were like 30 at most, so it's hard to say. Darth Vader at 20. Maybe it gets better with Force Throw gone because Control makes the comeback. Who knows? Great Dragon at 20. Could see a world where this dips down again now that a lot of the talk is Force Throw, right? Because that's the only thing that's really changed. Now that Force Throw's gone, this was the best Force Throw target if you were throwing yourself. So that could change, but maybe not. Force Lightning, same concept. It was realistically in the Talzin deck for the most part. Maybe some other options that I hadn't noticed, but still. Poe at 20, could see Sabine start to do its thing again. It's already still kind of relevant, right? Hot Shot Blaster, also, if you wanted to go Han Red, you can play this on 4, right? You can already do that with the Han 2 or whatever, but still, same concept. Hot Shot will probably remain at this price until it rotates out. Planetary Bombardment with the Boba picking up all its steam. It makes enough sense that this has increased. However, if you ask me, I mean, I've seen some of the results. I've seen some stuff. Maybe I'm tripping. I just don't think that deck's that good. I don't know. Like, the thing is, it beats a lot of meta decks currently, which is probably why it's in a decent spot. But, I don't know. I just don't think Boba's that great. Maybe that's just me, though. Vader, same concept. It's for hard control-y, or not even. Most green control decks are on Vader, so that makes sense. Lightsaber for Kylo. Who knows if that's even a player without Force Throw, because they needed something to hold you down early. And HK is just a good card. Moving on, though, we have Kylo's Tie, which is a card, sure. Vigilance at 15. I never thought we'd see the day, honestly, when all the double aspect would be cheap. Granted, 15 is still okay price, but the rest of them are so cheap. We'll get to those eventually, but I figured, honestly, with more cards coming out, the ability to play a single aspect, but like, a double aspect, right, would be huge, and it just doesn't seem like it's panning out the way I would have imagined, or who knows, but I don't know. It's weird to me, to be 100% honest. Vader Showcase at 200. I still got one of these chilling in my binder, looking nice. Avenger for the hard controls. I still don't get this one. Maybe this is for Boba. I don't know. Are they on this? I haven't paid enough attention to their lists. I still don't think that card's that good. Okay, buy the Hyperspace Anakins. They're the same price. Dev Green. It's hard to say. It's not really doing much. I don't know. Maybe PA gets better. it's good in Piet, right? It's guaranteed in its color, so. Cad Bane, still Cad Bane. What else do we got? Anything worth note? Boba at $7, still feels terrible. Um, I'd like to say I could see a world where it goes up, but I don't think it will at this point. Because even when Cad Bane made its comeback, it was on Boba and still dirt cheap. So I don't know. That's weird. That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna be honest. Spark boxes are so expensive, like 110, 115, right? But the most expensive card is Luke at 30, and then other than that, your Vader's like 15 or 17, I guess, and Boba's like 7, and the rest of the legendaries, Blast at 10, Avenger at 13, like ain't no way you're making your money back. The rares in that haven't held up for much of anything at this point, so it's just kind of a weird spot. I wouldn't recommend buying Spark boxes, I don't think. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There's another one, Home 1 at 6, 7. Ugh. Got No Glory at 8. Got Yaddle at 6. Victor Leader at 8 to 9. This could make its comeback. I know Vader 4 was kind of pushed out by Force Throw. I think we said this last time, to be honest, but Vader 4 was pushed out, now Force Throw's gone, so it's a little bit better, but who knows, maybe. I don't know, it's hard to say. Darksaber, Sabine's Masterpiece. I remember when I first saw this card and it was up high, I didn't think it'd be that valuable, but it's kind of proved its worth. So I can say I was wrong on that one for sure. What else we got? Snoke. If Vader makes comeback and you can survive that long, Snoke's still a house. Snoke does well into most things, so not 100% sure. General's Blade, sure. Grogu. I still think this card's bad, to be honest. It's only really good in Han 2, and Han 2 got a hit. Han 2's not unplayable by any means, right? But without it, it's kind of just a bad card, so yeah. Craving Power, though, I do think this is a good card. I think it has potential, especially once rotation comes, because you lose Barrage. This will be your budget Barrage. It's not as good as Barrage, obviously, but it's still a good card, so something to keep in mind. Plus in Kylo, right? In the green version. Key Audi. I still don't hate this card. I'm going to click on it just to see. I know it's went up a bit since, it started picking up some popularity. It doesn't see a lot of action, to be honest. However, I think it would be worth considering in some options. Like, I know it was in the original Talzin list that won Galactic Championship, but I know a lot of the Han players weren't playing it, and I wasn't sure why exactly. Because, sure, cheating out Poe's a little bit better as a 6/6 that can clear most things, but cheating out a 5/5 for the same resources that can draw you cards if you've got a board, I don't know. I really don't get that one, to be honest, but I think this card could be solid. Yoda, good card. I don't know. It's hard to say anything really about it. However, I think GI, I remember saying I think this card would be solid. It's doing okay, but it is still a 4/4, right? So you gotta keep that in mind. What else we got? Showcases, a bunch of random stuff. Darth Maul, bad. Force Throw, still $1, even though it's banned at this point. $1.18 for damaged, even. So you can pick up your banned Force Throws. It might be worth. Eddie Gallia. It's another good rare from the most recent set. I haven't actually been paying enough attention. I've seen a lot of the spoilers. I'm not sure if we're getting more Sith stuff. I haven't looked into it, but maybe this card finds a world where it's okay. But right now, it's kind of just meh. And even if not, it's still kind of just meh, right? It's maybe a readied 4/7. That's kind of it. Now there are two of them. I've never really liked the disadvantage. Hey, same concept. The hyperspace is the same price as the regular, so get those ones if you need them. Dark Side still House of a Card. Bombing Run has picked up tons of steam. Obviously, it's $4 for a piece. Yeah, that's the cheapest you're gonna get it. Good card. Definitely deals with all the space decks. We have gotten into a world where space is kind of a lot more prevalent nowadays, whereas we didn't used to have that issue. So yeah, something worth keeping in mind. What else do we have here? Han Solo Legendary. It's good enough, right? $7 ain't bad. Ahsoka. Like I said, this card still has another year and a half. Unless they print something that's just insanely better, this is one of the best discard cards that you're going to get access to. I think this is as cheap as it's going to get, right? It's only ever been this price. I don't see a world where it goes down, but there is definitely possibilities for it to go up. Grab the Ahsokas, right? That's all I can say for that one. Moving on, though, what else we got? U-Wing, the Hill I'll Always Die On, still valuable, still good card. Just not a lot of action. Luke, this was like $13 for the longest time. At least it finally, yeah, there we go. $12 was most recent from 3 months ago. Yeah. And now it's down to 5. It makes more sense though. It's good, but it's only good sometimes, and you have to be on style of deck, right? We finally made it to the double aspects on page 6, so they're definitely down in popularity in general, and they're definitely down in price because you got Command at $360, you got Cunning at $5, and it's not on this page, but Aggression's also around this ballpark range, as far as I'm aware. Got so many random things popping up. Yeah, I don't want to go back on that tangent, but it is crazy to me that the double aspect stuff hasn't seen as much action as it should. Cunning, specifically, though, if Han Yellow makes its own little comeback, there is that possibility, right? Keep that in mind moving forward. What else do we have here? Grievous at 8 finally got a little bit of a bump, right? 4/4 is good with all the 2/4s being around, so it makes sense. Super Laser I hate. That's tough. Legacy Run at 4. This isn't a bad legendary to pick up. I think I talked about this also last week, but Thrawn around for another same concept, year and a half. When defeateds could get out of hand. This is a good when defeated. Definitely something to keep in mind there. What else do we got here? Stolen AT Hauler. It's not bad. Mace Wind. I can't believe Mace Windu's are this much. We're gonna keep going though. A lot of the stuff from the prize wall itself has held crazy value. What else do we have here? K2 at $2. I remember talking about this last time. It's kind of insane to be honest, but it is what it is. What can you do? I could see a world where it goes up, but I don't know. Like I said, none of the Spark Rares have held value. The Legendaries are not holding value. I still don't get why. Like, unless it's like just showcases that are good and I don't really look at them and I missed them all. I really don't get it. But yeah, that's just me. Obi-Wan is a great card. You can get it from the starters for 5s, or you can just buy them, right? Bazine's finally tumbled down. Hey, there's Aggression, $3. I'm curious about Ghost. Has it been $5 forever? 3. Someone clue me in if there's more Spectre support or something on the way. Because as far as I'm aware, there isn't. I haven't paid enough attention to like traits and stuff, so it could be, but it's not like Spectres are good right now. It'd be hard to make them better if you ask me, so who knows? That's debatable. Palp's Return still. Palp's Return's actually a lot better now. Because of Force Throw Gone, it was kind of painful holding on to this, right? Because if you had to discard it, it still cost 6. So, like, people would play, like, Salvage and stuff if they were planning on playing things like this. Palp's Return does get better. That's kind of a random side note. I mean, I don't think the price will go up too crazy high or anything, but it's, like, from a competitive standpoint, it definitely is the better option now. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Quick little yawn. Felt nice. Nothing worth my time there. Ray bad card. Still think that. Ayala good card. Just only in ECL specifically. Hey, Hyperspace Dark Raids as a banned card are still. That's moderately played. Where's like a near mint? $11. It's kind of crazy to be honest. It looks nice though, don't get me wrong. And you can play it in other formats, so I guess it makes enough sense. But still. Yeah, that's all we're going to go through this time. Gotta check on the boy. Make sure he's getting his time. 99 cents for a near mint. There you go. That's sick. Shout out to the boy Tarful. I need to look. We need to see some stuff this set. This is our last chance for Tarful to make his comeback. It's got to happen now, right? That's all I got for this one, though. Appreciate you guys watching. Drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you're buying, what you're selling, whatever it may be. Feel free to say whatever. I'm always here to chat. And subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.